Good afternoon from Delaware. Today is Sunday. It's November 16th, 2025. This is Lucy from Delaware. Thank you for joining the live stream. Today, we have a few things to talk about as we wait for you guys to join in. We're going to break down everything you need to know about the Visa Bulletin. We're going to talk about DV 2027 entry period. We're going to talk about the 2026 progress of the diversity visa program now that the US government shutdown is over. So if you're watching on YouTube or on TikTok, drop your region. Let me know where you're watching from. Drop your case number if you're a DV winner. And any questions you have, drop them in the comment section. So the DV program usually has 6 regions. For those of you who may wonder, what do I mean by region? The regions are Africa, Asia, Europe, North America, that's the Bahamas, Oceania, and South America, and the Caribbean. So those are the 6 regions. So let me know where you're watching from. Drop your country there. Let me know how your day is going. So let's begin with DV 2027. I know we're going to talk about the Visa Bulletin. I posted a video, I think 2 days ago or yesterday, about the new Visa Bulletin and the progress. Africa is doing very well. It jumped very high. It doubled, actually, the case numbers, the current case numbers doubled. So we're going to talk about that and what that means for you, depending on which country you are. So first of all, let's talk about, let me just say shout out to everybody who's here on TikTok. Let me say good afternoon before I just keep going, because I can go deep into the topic before I say good afternoon. Hi, guys on TikTok. How are you doing, Mamake? Thank you for joining. Bell Smith, thank you for joining. Big Screams, thank you. Engineer Amos, thank you for joining from Trinidad. Thank you for joining from Kenya. Talk of Brian, thank you for joining. Inabdid, thank you for joining. Thank you guys for joining the live. Let me see who's on YouTube. I have people on YouTube. Collins, thank you for joining. Kefa, thank you for joining. Feli from Africa, thank you for joining. Barakom Services Limited, Migori, Nyanza region. Thank you guys for joining and letting me know where you are. I appreciate you. On TikTok, share the live. Share the live, guys. We have a lot to talk about today. I haven't been live for a few days, I think a week or two. Azizko, thank you for joining. I have some updates about the Visa Bulletin. Watching from Kenya, Nairobi. Is the shutdown over? Yes. Trinidad and Tobago, thank you for watching. Your day is good. Thank you. Stefan watching from Mombasa. Thank you for sharing the live. All right. So the Visa Bulletin is out. So the Visa Bulletin comes out every month. And it gives us updates on how the processing of the DS-260 is going. Once your DS-260 is processed and ready to go, and your number becomes current. So KCC is the one that determines, the Kentucky Consular Center is the one that determines whether your whole file is ready. And once your file is ready, it's sent to your embassy. So your embassy is the one now that will let you know. It means that there's a visa available for you. That's what current means. It means that there's a visa available for you. And now that your file is sent, or your case number is sent back to your embassy. Your embassy lets you know that now you have to go for a visa appointment. And so you get a notification called the second notification letter. The second notification letter is merely an email sent to you. It's an email just to tell you to go to the dvprogram.state.gov/ESC portal to go and check the status. There's a status update, which means that now your appointment has been scheduled. So your job is to go with your confirmation number and put in that information. And then you'll find out what your appointment date is going to be. So on that second notification letter, it lets you know the date of your visa appointment, the location, and the time. Once they let you know that, then it's up to you to go and do the medical. Once you do the medical, and in Nairobi, we'll talk about what's going on in IOM, the feedback that I got from people that you now have to go for a documents review appointment before you go for the actual appointment. So that's the process. So when you talk about the Visa Bulletin, if you remember last time that we talked about it, first of all, let me just show you that the 2027 DV lottery is not yet open, so we can get that out of the way. So on TikTok, I'm sharing dvprogram.state.gov website, the portal that we usually go and check the status and do the application. So even if the government shutdown is over, the DV program is not yet open. So I'm just sharing that right now. So to answer the question for everybody who is asking whether DV 2027 entry dates have been announced, the answer is no. So I wanted to share with you the the Visa Bulletin. So the Visa Bulletin is out for January and December, and we can look at the comparisons and see what is going on. And I'm sure most of you, if you're following keenly, you've already gone to the website. It's public information. It's public knowledge. Anybody can go and check. So to check for the Visa Bulletin updates, you go to travel.state.gov and you can just type Visa Bulletin for 2025 December. So what we are looking at is a movement from last Visa Bulletin to this one. The last cutoff number for Africa was 17,500. So that number has doubled to 35,000. What does that mean for you? It means that if your case number is anything below 35,000, your case number is current and you can expect to get a second notification letter. This depends also on how your embassy is performing, because your case could be moving faster or slower depending on the capability and the proficiency of your embassy. So if they're not quick with it, then you can be current, but still you haven't received a 2NL, because I'm receiving a lot of messages on the inbox asking, people giving me their case number and asking me when do I think that they're going to get their second notification letter. It's very difficult for anybody to guess that or to predict that, because we don't know how every embassy is acting, how they're doing. From what I understand is that Nairobi Embassy had released 2NLs up to even 9K. So if there's anybody from Kenya who has received, or other regions who have received 2NLs and they have a case number higher than 9K, please let me know. You don't have to let me know the whole case number if you still want to be anonymous, because a lot of people are inboxing me, letting me know that they do not want to be announced. They don't want their information to be announced. Just let me know if you have received 2NLs and up to what case number. What is your case number if you've received 2NL? That means you have an appointment coming up. So somebody, Jemtai, on TikTok is saying up to 10K. Charles Bulimo, how are you? I'm good. So depending on your embassy performance is how quickly you're going to get the second notification letter. So any case number below 35,000 is now current. Current means that you are ready, you have a visa available for you, and now it's up to your embassy to release the 2NL to send it to you. Keep checking your email. Check your email every day and check the portal, dvprogram.state.gov. Put in your confirmation number just to see whether you'll get your letter in there. Because it depends on your embassy. So that's the Visa Bulletin update. For Asia, before it was 10,000 and it has moved up to 15,000. For Europe, it has moved from 7,750 to 8,500. North America has not changed. Oceania has not changed, and South America has remained the same. There's an exception for Algeria and Egypt and Nepal. So 20,000 is the cutoff for Algeria. It moved from, I believe it was 17,250. Egypt moved from 16,000 to, it didn't move, it stayed the same. And Nepal is at 6,000, which has not changed from the previous Visa Bulletin. So these people should expect to get their interviews in December or January. So you should be expecting to get your second notification letter soon. Any questions about the Visa Bulletin, you can leave me a message on the inbox, but it's pretty self-explanatory to read. For those who don't understand how to read it, is just any number that if your case number is below that cutoff number, then that means you are current. Ishmael, I'm good. Thank you. Happy Sunday to you. Anthony, hello from Mombasa. Hello, guys. So the shutdown is over, but even if the DV program is self-funded, it gets its money from the fees that people pay. The government shutdown may have affected it, maybe not that much, but because they had to do a lot of updating the system overhaul, that could have needed different people to do that. And so it could have been affected by the government shutdown. But now that the government shutdown is over, we expect that they will add the $1 fee. And so the systems need to be overhauled or redone so that they can accommodate the payment for that $1. They also have to change the website. Some of that information, if they're going to add the $1, is not going to be applicable anymore, because it used to say that the DV program is free to enter. If you're going to pay $1, it's no longer free. So they have to fix that. So I'm suspecting that's what's taking long. That's why the delays. But it will still be open. It hasn't been canceled for those people. For those people who are saying it's canceled. So the U.S. State Department is transitioning to a new modernized system, and the $1 registration fee is being introduced for DV entries. This is the first major update to the DV entry system in decades. And because of this system overhaul and partially the government shutdown, the DV 2027 has not yet opened, but the program is still going to happen. So once the system is ready, they will announce the entry dates. And once they announce the entry dates, we will let you guys know. Hello from Mombasa, yes. Thank you. Where are you guys watching from? Drop your location. Let me know how your day is going. Somalia is saying your case number is AF 5347, but still haven't received your 2NL in Ghana. So like I said, it depends on how the Accra embassy is doing. You can check the portal to see whether your 2NL is in there, or you can just be patient because we are still too early into 2026 processing. A lot of people are freaking out and starting to panic. Maybe it's because they're having PTSD because last year was something else, especially for Nairobi Embassy. There was a time that the 2NLs were released like consistently, and then they came to an abrupt stop for like months. And people started being anxious and worrying about what is going on. Hopefully, the fact that the case numbers have moved like doubled for that 1 month, then I hope this is a good sign. I hope this is a good sign. Let's not forget that there are countries that have been banned. There are countries that people from those countries participated in the DV lottery 2026 and they won. And so there are people who might not submit their DS260 because they are afraid that there is no point because of the travel ban. So maybe that could have had an impact on how quickly the processing of the DS260s is happening and why the numbers have doubled. But regardless, if you're from a travel ban and you have another passport for a country that is not banned, that's one of the ways that you can qualify to go for a visa and to go for the visa interview and qualify for the visa. The people who are from travel banned countries, they can still go for the interviews. The question now becomes, do they qualify for the visa? Because they might not because of the travel ban. I don't know how long the travel ban is going to be, but if it continues to remain in effect, then those people will not be qualified for a visa. If they qualify for a visa for some miracle, they will not be allowed to enter the US. So there could be a lot of people. If you look at the numbers on the Visa Bulletin or on the visa statistics, if you look at the numbers of the people from those countries that have been banned, it's a big chunk of people who participated in the DV lottery, who won, and who are planning to go for interviews, but they are from travel banned countries. So that releases more visas for other people who come from countries that are not banned. All right, let's see. Priscilla, naona maisha huko Amerika siku hizi imekuwa ngumu hata sana, hata Waamerika wanateta. Yeah, life is there has been a shift in the cost of living and how life in America has been. It's very the cost of living is too high, and despite what the politicians are saying, that they don't see how life has become extremely difficult. It is the cost of living, everything has gone up, groceries, everything is just expensive. Eagle's Eye, watching from New York. After wondering in TikTok what 1 p.m. you were what? Hi, Eagle's Eye. I was talking about this afternoon, New York time. Did you think I was talking about Kenyan times, 1 a.m.? Yeah, I was what I was talking about 1 p.m. Eastern. All right. Whenever I try, that's wait. What is it saying? Whenever I try to check my visa status, it doesn't open even after I put the right case number. Visa status on, like you're trying to check the second notification letter? Or what do you mean? Brian Mutune, when is the DV program starting and what should we have? So the DV program, we are expecting that anytime now, whenever they get their systems up and running, they will announce the entry dates. Hopefully, I don't know. I can't predict because I'm not sure. I only go by what is posted on their websites. So right now, there's nothing posted as far as when the DV entry 2027 period is going to be. Once they announce, I will let you guys know, or you can always be checking travel.state.gov, dvprogram.state.gov to check whether it's open. All right. So, because sometimes I'm at work for 12 hours and I don't check my phone. So I get other people sending me a text message or sending me an inbox or somewhere letting me know that something is up. So so I check. So whoever finds out first, whenever you guys find out whether the entry period has been announced, please let everybody know. Let us know also. Maurice, how are you? I'm good. I'm good. All right. So let's see if there's any questions on TikTok. Masha J, you're saying up to 35K. What do you mean? Is there a new visa bulletin? Yes, I just talked about the visa bulletin. The cutoff case number now for Africa, if that's where you're talking about, is 35,000. 35,000. So if your case number is below 35,000, then you case number is current and you should be expecting to get a second notification letter. And this depends on the performance of your embassy. So not all the embassies are performing the same way. So for Africa, the cutoff is 35,000. And for Asia, if we can share that again for people who have just joined in. For Asia, somebody asking whether the new visa bulletin is out. Yes, it is. For Asia, it's 15,000. And if we are in Egypt, it's 20,000. I don't know if I have anybody who has ever written to me from Egypt. No, from Egypt is 16,000. Sorry about that. And from Algeria, it's 20,000. Okay. 16,000. If you're in Asia, it's 15,000. Europe, anybody who is in Europe, cutoff number is 85,000. 8,500, sorry. 8,500. Anybody from North America, from the Bahamas, current case number is 20. And Oceania is 1,100. So these are the countries that they don't have a lot of participants. So as you can see, Africa has the largest number of participants and winners of the DV. South America is 1,850. All right. So those are the numbers. That's the current visa bulletin. And you can just go to travel.state.gov and read about it if you want to just take a screenshot or whatever you want to do. But that's it. What are you asking? Brian Motune, what are the requirements for entering the DV program? Right now, you need a photo and you need the $1. So once they announce the dates, of course, they will give us the new requirements and we'll have new instructions for 2027. And I'll go over that in a video or we can do it live. The new instructions for 2027 DV once they announce that. Okay. Does this mean that those who got their 2NLs in October are going for their interviews? For their interview, will get another. What does that mean? New visa bulletin Q&A, ask visa questions. Share the live, please. So if anybody has questions, Muli says they are not sent 2NL in Ethiopia above 5K. What's the problem? So it depends on the embassy there. It depends on the embassy. Not every embassy performs the same. Not every embassy performs the same. So it depends on how the embassies are performing. For people who are asking for Liberia, how about South Africa? 46K, any hope? 46K, where? 46K Africa, 46K Asia, 46K where? Which country? When can we send inquiries to KCC after going current? Anytime. Once you go current, you can send them you can send KCC an email anytime. Make sure you are including your case number on all the correspondence so that they know, they can identify who is. So have they banned Ghana too? No. Trying to check the 2NL. Okay. All right. So I mean, the first bulletin for Africa was fake. What are you talking about, Miss Efia? Is Kenya banned? No. Is Uganda banned from travel? No. Do you guys know the countries that are banned? There's a list of countries that are banned, but the countries that you guys are mentioning are not on the on the travel ban list. So Kenya is not banned. I think I have the list here. So let me see. Kenya is not among the countries that are banned, please, and Uganda. So, or we can just look it up online. It's very easy to search these things. You can just Google countries under the travel ban. Okay, you can just Google that stuff. It is public knowledge. It is out in the open. Anybody can look it up. So the 12 countries listed as total entry bans: Afghanistan, Burma, Chad, Republic of the Congo, Equatorial Guinea, Eritrea, Haiti, Iran, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and Yemen. The countries under the partial suspension: Burundi, Cuba, Laos, Sierra Leone, Togo, Turkmenistan, and Venezuela for non-immigrant visas and all immigrant visas with limited exceptions. The ban does not apply to the following persons: persons with a current US green card or current valid visa, people who are immediate relatives of US citizens, that is, spouses, children under the age of 21, and parents, refugees, asylees, and individuals granted humanitarian protection, diplomats, NATO personnel, dual nationals traveling on a non-banned country's passport, children adopted abroad, and a whole list of other people who can get, they can still get the visa despite being from a travel banned country. Maurice, I would like to get clarification about entering the lottery application with your spouse married, but with no certificate, but would like to officiate the marriage later. So you should do it as soon as possible so that you can, by the time you're going to the interview, you have that marriage certificate. But if you officiate your marriage, and I know a lot of people are afraid to do this, but if you officiate your marriage after you enter the DV program as married, make sure you have proof that this relationship was already existing prior to you winning the DV lottery. Okay. So make sure that you can show proof that you know this person, you're married to this person. It's just that you haven't had the official official marriage certificate. But they don't want to suspect that you're being fraudulent because that will not work in your favor. Since Cinemax, Dakar embassy scheduled up to 12K before they released the release of the last Visa Bulletin. Any chance for case number 63K? So 63K, the way the Visa Bulletin is going, if it keeps up, we're going to see very, very high case numbers being current. So let's wait and see. Did green card, Yvonne, did green card open, please? No, green card has not opened. The DV program has not been open yet. John Irongo, thank you. Thank you for the gift on TikTok. Let's see. Thank you for sharing the live. Thank you for sharing the live. We are talking about the new Visa Bulletin. We are also talking about DV lottery questions. DV lottery questions. We are talking about the effect of the travel ban countries. How does that affect the DV 2026 processing? We have seen a double jump in the current case numbers for Africa. The previous bulletin was saying that the current number was 17,000 up to 17,500, and for this here bulletin is the cutoff is 35,000. So that's a big jump. Good news for Africa. Good news for 2026 DV lottery. So hopefully the 2NLs are going to be released. So usually 2NLs are released in the second half of the month. So once they release the Visa Bulletin, the 2NLs follow shortly after that. So you guys, thank you for your feedback and letting me know what's going on. So for this month, let me know if you guys really get as soon as you get the batch released for this month, 2NLs, please let me know. You can just leave me a message. By the way, I wanted to let you guys know that any messages that you send to me via inbox, let me just say this, any message that you send to me via inbox is treated with confidentiality. So a lot of people don't want to be publicized if they're DV winners. They don't want their information out there. So I appreciate the information. I will not post your name if you don't want me to post your name, but I need that information so that I can share with other people. And so if you leave me a message on my inbox on TikTok, or if you send me a message on lucymwangiusa@gmail.com, I will not announce your name if you don't want me to announce your name. So don't be afraid to send me messages, give me feedback. I will not publicize your information, but I appreciate the feedback. Last week, I had gotten some information about IOM in Nairobi, and somebody said, I think it was Jabari, and he said that now there's a new update for IOM from IOM and the Kenyan embassy in Nairobi, the US embassy in Nairobi, sorry. And so the new process, and I asked for verification, and a lot of people send me feedback, and I appreciate that. So according to what they're saying is once you go for your medical, you get another appointment, you get some kind of notification, appointment date to go to the US Embassy in Nairobi to have your documents reviewed. So these documents depend on what you had applied or you had put in on your DS-260. So if you are married, they are looking for all those documents for your wife and your husband, and for your kids, your high school diploma, the police report, your passport, all that information, copies and photos, passport photos. If everything is good, they put all those documents in an envelope, and then they do your fingerprints, your biometrics. And then once you finish with that, they tell you now you can come for the official interview appointment. When you come for the official interview appointment, it's very quick because your documents have already been verified. All you have to do is sit and go through your visa interview appointment, which is pretty good. I thought that was pretty neat. And I know it might be inconveniencing to go twice. But if, in my opinion, that's better than going for the official appointment and then being told, hey, you don't have this document, we're missing this document, we need to verify this thing. And maybe you are going closer and closer to the end of the DV program. For example, last year, for 2027 participants who, especially in Nairobi, who were this close to missing their appointments. So can you imagine if your appointment date is maybe the 25th of September and you're supposed to get a visa by the 30th? You have 5 days. And then you get there and they tell you they are putting you on administrative processing because they need to verify something. So to avoid all that anxiety and rushing through things, I think it's a good step to do the document verification ahead of time. What do you guys think? Has anybody gone through that on this live? Because I know I got a lot of feedback. I even posted it on Facebook and I got a lot of feedback that, yes, that's true. Or on TikTok, I got people on my inbox who went for the IOM medical, and then they got the appointment for the verification of documents. I asked them what the process was like, and they explained to me that that's what happened. So let me know if you guys have done any of that or have you heard about that. But that's the latest update from the embassy in Nairobi. Sholin, you're saying my case number is 25K. When is it likely to be current? 25K of where? Which region? By the way, when you ask, let me tell you a better way of asking your questions, DV questions. A better way of asking your question is your case number. You mention the region, and then you tell me which country. Because if you just say 25K, it could be any of the 6 regions. I don't know which region it is. So it's easier to answer questions if you give somebody all the information needed. Okay. It's like people who come on there, and this is just a side note. People who ask questions on either the comment section or on inbox. If you have a question, this is the most effective way of having your question answered. And this is especially on TikTok. If you have a question, just say hello and put your question, the full question, in one text. That way, you don't just say hi and then you go away, then you come back, you say, I have a question, and then you come back, you say you're not responding, and then you come back another day and you say something different. There are so many people saying just hi on the inbox, and that's fine. But if you have a question, the most effective way of having your question answered is to say hello, put your whole question there, put as much information as you can to help somebody help you find the answer. If I know the answer right away, I will text you back right away. If I don't know the answer, at least I know what the question is and I can find the information for you and respond. So that was just a by the way. Okay. What if you haven't received grace? What if you haven't received your 2NL? What is your case number and where are you from? Or you just wait. What should someone do if their case number is current but not yet received their 2NL? What region and what embassy? You should email KCC. Email KCC and ask. Okay. Maurice, thanks very much for the information and clarification. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Hello, case number 30K Africa, Kenya. When might it be current? So since the most recent bulletin is showing that the cutoff number is 35,000, then we'll wait to see the next batch of 2NLs. Hopefully, if Nairobi Embassy keeps it up, we're going to see another batch of 2NLs sent soon. Once that's sent, people usually give me feedback to let me know up to what case number. So I'm hoping that yours will be reached soon. Okay. What is the highest case number for DV 2026? So we haven't reached the highest case number because we have just started processing. We are only 4 months into processing DV 2026. So we'll keep waiting. We'll keep watching the DV Visa Bulletin to see what the update is going to be. Keep watching these videos. Also go to travel.state.gov and watch that. So somebody's asking, what can they do to prepare as they wait for DV program dates to be open? You can start having your documents ready. So there has been a delay. By now, the DV program typically is over. By now, the entry period is over by now, but there has been a delay. Use this time to get your documents ready, to get your photo ready. So remember that the photo needs to be less than 6 months. And so even if the DV program is delayed until December, if you get your good photo now, it's still going to be good. So get a good photo. And by the way, have you heard about this new DV photo tool? There's a new photo tool I saw the other day. And let me share with you, see if anybody knows about this. It's a AI programmed, is AI devised so that it can take a DV program compatible photo. So it's dvphototool.com. If you go to dvphototool.com, and I know dvprogram.state.gov and the travel.state.gov, they have their own photo tool, but the one on that site, the travel.state.gov site, it doesn't check the specification. It only crops to the size. It doesn't check all the other things. But this one, DV Photo Tool, your diversity visa photo, perfect. Effortlessly creates compliant digital photos for a successful DV lottery application and meet all official State Department requirements with AI-powered precision, instant fast processing, professional quality, AI-enhanced instant fast processing. You do have to pay a little bit of money, but all you have to do is upload your photo. You take a picture, facing the camera, and then and upload your photo. AI ensures compliance, and then you download the perfect photo. So this is dvphototool.com. This is not a paid ad or anything, but it's something that I found the other day, and I thought I would share with you if you're planning to do your DV entry for this year and you want a perfect photo. I think it's about $6 or something, but this is one of the tools that you can use if you want to guarantee a good photo. It's from Brit Simon. I don't know if you know the guy. He does also DV content. So check that out if you haven't. All right. Okay. Have a great time. Is there DV 2020? Yes, DV 2025 is finished. Yeah, it's completed. So DV years are named after the year. DV program years. Sorry, my mic is shaking. DV program years are named after the year they end. So DV 2025 ended on September 30th of 2025. So that's done and dusted. Nikki Shiko, when do you think we're going to open for DV 2027? Hopefully soon, now that the government shutdown is over, now that we're hoping that after they do the system overhaul and add the way for us to pay the $1 rule, then they can open the portal and we can move on with business. Is there no hope for DV program 2025? Yeah, DV program is over 2025. So we have to focus now on moving forward to wait for the entry dates for 2027, and then we try that. Thank you for sharing the live on TikTok. I appreciate you guys. Even on YouTube, please share the live. Monica Mudeo, how are you? Thank you for joining in. We are talking about the Visa Bulletin. We are talking about all things diversity visa. We are talking about 2027 DV and also the 2026 DV processing. Okay. I am Achebe say, hello, is passport mandatory? So right now, we don't have the exact instructions what we need and what we don't need, but we almost know for sure that we're going to get the $1 rule added into the instructions. So you can put that as a requirement, and then obviously your photo. The passport has not been, there's no final rule that says that we have to have the passport. So that one is not confirmed yet. What about those who can be selected with case numbers and yet they have not been called? So it depends on their embassy. It depends on their embassy, what's going on. But you can always check to see if you have your 2NL already. You can go to dvprogram.state.gov /ESC and check to see if your 2NL is there. Mercy Glorious, I'm here again to admire your glasses. Oh, wow. My glasses. Thank you. Thank you. I started wearing glasses when I turned 35. Oh, sometimes I wear contacts, but I don't like the contacts because then I can't see close. So it's just a nuisance. What about travel ban? Is there any news to remove? Oh no, there's no news that I know of to lift the travel ban. So it's up to the U.S. government and President Trump to figure that out, to know whether they're going to lift it or whether they're going just to keep it until God knows when. Is the link open for this year green card application? No. MCA Hillary, Sasa, Mambo, Nikopoa. Gami, 2NL sent at the start and end of the month. 15K, but not 2NL yet. So your 15K, what region and which country? Remember what I said about asking your questions. Please put the region and the embassy. That way, we are not going back and forth with me asking you, what's your region? What's your country? Right? Okay. Hello. When I did entry for 2027, I was engaged and selected married. Is it a problem? Okay, but did you end up getting married afterwards? If you ended up getting married afterwards, then that's okay. If you're engaged and obviously you're engaged to get married, so get married and have a legal document before you go for your interview. So 2NLs are released at the second half of mostly, typically, not all the time, at the second half of the month. So today is the 16th. So hopefully soon we'll get another batch of 2NLs released. So you guys keep me posted. Let me know if you get your 2NLs in the next few days. Jess said, how do we check for 2NLs again? So you receive an email from the embassy. giving you telling you to go to the entrance status check portal, dvprogram.state.gov, to check the status. So there you'll find, after you put your confirmation number, you will find another letter saying that you have been scheduled for a visa interview appointment on such and such a date and time and location. Then they will give you instructions. They will tell you you need to go for your medical. And then they will tell you where to go for the medical, or they'll give you options on to choose. Then you have to schedule an appointment for the medical. You need to do that before you go for your visa interview. Grace Mulima saying, wow, 35. I thought you were 30. Oh, wow. I haven't been 30 for a long time. I just turned 50 this year. Okay. Yes, we got married on January before we knew we were selected. Very good. Congratulations. As long as you have the legal documents, then you should be good to go. Should be good to go. Congratulations. Rakshanda Dias, hi Lucy. Hi there. How are you? Kajimu. Mine is 50K Uganda, but we use Kenya Embassy. Okay, so let's keep waiting. Let's keep waiting to see the progress. If this continues, then hopefully we'll even get to 50K and even to higher numbers that are going to be current. So let's keep waiting. African Nairobi Embassy. So for 25K, so hopefully you guys will get your 2NL soon. Hi, madam. In 2026 DV winner, but interview officer not give visa. Why? I am full requirements of DV application. You say you went to an appointment and you didn't get a visa? What reason did they give you? What questions were you asked? When was this? Where was this? Okay. All right, so let's see. On YouTube, when will the Diversity Visa Lottery 2027 officially open? We don't have the dates yet. We keep waiting. We keep waiting for that. All right, let's see this question. From Simon from Djibouti, I want to tell you I have been selected for DV 2026. My case number is 88K. I finished to fulfill DS 260. Is it possible to achieve? So just keep waiting. Just keep waiting. Be patient. Be patient. Because right now Africa is up to 35,000. Asia is up to 15,000. But we are only 4 months into 12 months. So we still have 8 more months of DV 2027, of 2026, sorry. So just keep waiting and keep checking, keep watching the videos, keep watching the visa bulletins. Okay. Somebody's asking what is 2NL. Can somebody answer that question? You guys know what 2NL is by now, right? 2NL. If you know what 2NL is, can you answer that question? Because I feel like if we are serious about DV program, we should know a few things at least about the DV program. Some terminologies, some basic things that are required. So that's part of informing ourselves, keeping ourselves informed so that we know what we're dealing with. So you know the expectations. Yeah, you're getting answers on the comment section. It's the second notification letter. Wilson David, do you have any information about the DV 2026 interview day? For which country and for which region? What is the case number? AF 14K, how long do I expect the 2NL? From which country? So it depends on your embassy. See, those are the type of questions that I have asked. So if you asked a half question, then I give a half answer. You know what I mean? It's like when you ask the question, give me your region and the case number and the embassy, right? So that we can get a full answer. Okay. Do you have any groups assisting DV winners financially or loans? No, I don't know of any groups like that. I know people contribute amongst themselves and raise money for the DV, but I don't know like any loans. People just take personal loans and they pay them later after. The ones I know, they pay them later after they get to the US and get a job and start working. So AF14K, how long do I expect to NL Dakar Embassy, Senegal? So depending on, because in Africa, 14K is already current. So you could be current, but if your embassy is not performing, then you're not going to get your 2NL soon. So you can check with your embassy to see what's going on with it, with your case. Windy, my case number is 23K from Africa. When can I expect my 2NL? By which country? So 23K, according to the new bulletin, is current. So expect it anytime, but depending on the performance of your embassy. Okay. Can you tell us how many people from Somalia are given the DV lottery each year? So, first of all, Somalia is now on the travel ban, and that information you can Google. This is information that you can find online. But Somalia is on the travel ban, so even if you won and you're from Somalia, you will not get a US visa, to the diversity visa, to come to the US unless you have another passport from a country that is not on the travel ban. Okay. MC Hillary said, somebody said they don't understand. I don't know what they don't understand. My case number is 15K. When can I get my interview? I'm from Kenya. So the last batch of 2NLs, I think somebody said it was up to 10K. So hopefully you'll get yours this month. I wish you all the best. Please keep us posted. Let us know when you get the 2NL. So hopefully every time they release a visa bulletin, they should be releasing 2NLs. But like I said before, it depends on your embassy performance and how they're doing, their capability, their ability to give out the interviews and send the 2NLs out. Somebody's saying, this time here, Visa Bulletin inaenda mbio. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy for you guys. I'm happy for 2026, especially in Africa. It's moving fast. I hope it's not going so fast and then it comes to a standstill. You know what I mean? So I hope this continues. Just joined. What are the number given to EB3 visas or whatever? This one for nurses from Kenya. We're talking about the diversity visa. That is a whole different. That's a whole different visa category that you're asking. Okay. But there are other ways of coming to the US. It's not just. I think I did a video talking about different visas, and it's over 185 different types of visas to come to the US. People know only about a few, And the biggest ones are like these ones: family-based, green card, B1, B2, those are visitor visa, F1, which is student visa. There's the marriage visas. There's work visas. There's skilled workers. There's so many times. There's a transit visa, like people who work in cruise ships. There are so many types of visas. Diplomatic visas. There are religious visas. So many types of visas. So if you go to travel.state.gov and just go under there and type types of visas, or under US visas, there are immigrant visas, which means that you're coming to the US to live here and permanently, and there are non-immigrant visas, which means you're coming here temporarily and then you go back to your home country. So read about different kinds of ways to come to the US. Make sure you're coming to the US legally so that you don't encounter so many other problems when you get here. When you come to the US using a non-immigrant visa, please don't overstay your visa, because that affects your future chances of either coming back to the US or qualifying for a different kind of visa. Visa Bulletin 2NL, ask about case numbers. Oh, is that an AI message? Please, how much is the interview fee? Windy. It's $330, and that is per person. And that's the most recent amount that you have to pay. These fees change. Sometimes they change annually. So make sure you stay up to date. And all this information is available on travel.state.gov. So just educate yourself. Just be checking out these websites. On TikTok, please share the live and tap on the screen, because they just gave me a message that I need to put a puzzle or something, so the live doesn't get dropped. Brooklyn Customers Service Agent. DV lottery is when? Hopefully it's soon. We are waiting for the systems to be updated so we can be able to pay the $1 fee. Okay. What do you advise me? I'm DV 2026 winner from Ethiopia. What is your case number? Is your case number current? If your case number is current, then you should be expecting to get a second notification letter, and then you'll go for your medical, and then you'll go for your visa interview. Chep Kimoy, what are you talking about today? I'm talking about the Visa Bulletin, the new Visa Bulletin, and the fact that the case numbers that are current have jumped from 17,500 to 35,000. That's a double increase for Africa region. And so that is good news for anybody who won DV 2026. So depending on your embassy, you can now expect your embassy to send you second notification letters if your embassy is on top of things. If they are doing their interviews like on time. Okay. What's the difference between B1 and B2 visas? So B2 is for tourists. It's for tourists and for leisure, coming to visit. And B1 is for business purposes. MCA Hillary 2NL Hua Wanatuma, which dates? So typically 2NLs are sent after the Visa Bulletin has been released. And so the Visa Bulletin was released, I think, was it yesterday? So anytime now, we should expect that they will send out the 2NLs for this month. So I usually ask people to send me a message once they get their 2NLs after, each month. And I appreciate the feedback that I get from you guys. So 2NLs are released in the second half of the month, and usually, yeah. To mean DV lottery might still take some months. I don't think it's going to be months. I think it's gonna be me if I have to bet on it. I think it's going to be before the end of the year, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Am I supposed to get an affidavit traveling with my daughter without the dad being indicated my DS-260? If the dad is on the birth certificate, then you will need authorization to travel if they are minors from the dad. What are current dates now, Rachel? The current dates. Current dates for what? What are the current dates for what? I'm from Kenya. Need legit USA full funded scholarship. Kindly explain. You can Google that stuff. You can just Google and find scholarships for whatever major it is. I don't know what your qualifications are. I need more clarification. Salary payments between USA and Canada, which one is better? So I don't know what salaries. It depends on the category, your job, your skills. What kind of job are you talking about? Sylvia, what's your advice to a young unmarried lady joining nursing school about marriage? Marriage is a personal thing. If you ask me, marriage is very personal, and if you want to go to nursing school, it's very challenging. It's a lot of work. It requires you to be devoted. It requires you to have 100% dedication. So if you have a supportive person that will support you through thick and thin, then marriage can be a beautiful thing. But I cannot advise somebody whether or not to get married. You know what I mean? That is a very personal thing. What I can say is that nursing school is very, very involving. It's very challenging. So if you guys don't on YouTube, if you guys don't have any other questions, I thank you guys for joining, and I'll see you guys on the next live or on the next video. I'm still live on TikTok if you want to hang around. All right. Thank you.